Hi, well, Dwayne's Guitar Lessons. I'm instructor Dwayne Jenkins. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I get asked a lot about from a few of my students over the years. And I had another student ask me about this as well, so I thought I'd make a video about it. The question is this: how do I know what to practice? That is a very valid question, and if you're wondering about that yourself, stick around and I'll show you how to cure that problem. Now, the best way to know what to practice is to set a goal, or possibly guitar goals in plural. This is what's going to allow you to focus where you need to get to and what you need to do to get there. And the best way to set goals is to set SMART goals. What are SMART goals, you ask? Let me tell you. SMART goals are a 5-point acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Now, if you follow these 5 things and you write them down, I guarantee it's going to give you clarity and focus on what you want to accomplish, and it's going to help you to accomplish it faster. Now, let's take a look at this in a little bit more detail, okay? Specific. What it specifically is that you want to accomplish with the guitar? Do you want to play rhythm? Strum some chords? You know? Are you working on maybe playing some lead guitar, you know? Wanting to tear it up on the solos? Working on maybe arpeggiating some chords. Maybe you're working on theory. There's all kinds of things that you could be working on the guitar, and this is where we get confused. So, step number 1, get specific about what it is that you want to accomplish. Step number 2 is to think about how you can measure your progress. Is your goal measurable? That's one of the things that's a problem for people as well, is because they'll get a guitar, they start learning a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, and before you know it, they don't feel like they're getting anywhere, and they can't really measure their progress because there really isn't any. A little bit here, a little bit there, and they lose motivation and they quit. Now, we don't want to do that. The best way to stay motivated is to have something that's measurable. You got to be able to measure your progress. That's why when I write my method books, I write them in a step-by-step format so that way you can measure your progress. If you've got, say, 10 lessons and you're on lesson 3, you know exactly where you're at. You're on lesson 3, you've completed lesson 1 and 2, and you still got 4 to 10 to get through. So you know exactly where you're at. Your goal can be measured. What are the milestones you need to go through? And the third thing is you want to make sure that your goal is achievable. If it's too far out of your reach, you're probably not going to stay motivated enough to accomplish it. Because it takes a lot of time to accomplish things in life in general. You know, you set a goal, and I know they always say reach for the stars and the moon and all that, and that sounds all great in theory, and it is a good thing to do. I do not, you know, go against that, but it's got to be something that you feel you can attain. If you want to play, say, Eruption from Eddie Van Halen, but you only have 20 minutes here and there to practice, you're probably not going to get it because it's just, you'll probably give up before you get there. So you want to think about your time, think about your schedule, sit there and say, what do I really have, can I do here? Is this goal that I'm shooting for, is it really attainable? How much time is it going to take you to practice? How much things do you need to do to put in? Make it attainable. Make sure that it's something that you know you can attain. And because that's what's going to keep you motivated to keep going for this goal. Now that brings us to the next thing, which is relevancy. Is it relevant? Are the things that you're working on, are they relevant to your goal? Like for instance, let's say that you want to be better at playing lead guitar, right? I want to get good at doing this kind of stuff on the guitar, you know? Okay. Now, if you're studying theory, is that going to help you get there? No, it just isn't. If you're watching a lot of YouTube videos on playing lead guitar, but you're not picking up your guitar and actually putting stuff into practice, like learning your scales and learning your, you know, how to bend the strings and how to do hammer-ons and pull-offs, you're not doing that, then what it is you're doing is not relevant. So you want to make sure that what you're doing is relevant to the goal that you're shooting for. Like for instance, let's say for sake of argument, a football team. They're trying to make a touchdown. Okay, well, what they got to be doing is they got to be moving the ball forward, moving it down the field, right? You got to be, and they do that by throwing the ball or running the ball, possibly even kicking the ball. But if they're just messing around, if they're going 3 and out, or taking timeouts or doing all this other stuff that's not moving them forward, then it means those aren't relevant. You want to make sure that the things that you're doing, the actions that you're taking on a daily basis, are moving you down the field closer to your goal. Now, in our final step, we've got time bound. How long is it going to take you to attain your goal? Like I said, you don't want it to be too far out there, because if it is, you might not stay motivated enough to get there. When I mentioned before about measurable, the steps it's going to take to get there, if you have that focused, then you should have a pretty good understanding of how long it's going to take you to get there. Okay? What you got to do is you got to really look at your schedule. You got to look at how much time it's going to take you to practice, how many things you need to learn to get there. Like, for instance, sake of argument, if you're trying to play lead guitar, you say, well, first of all, I got to learn the scales. Got to learn the scales. You got to learn like where they're located on the fretboard. You got to learn how to bend the strings. You got to learn how to transpose them into other keys. You got to learn note intervals. There's a lot of things that you got to learn. By being able to measure that, you can sit there and break that down into sections. Then you can kind of figure out how long it's going to take you to do that. How long is it going to take you to get to your goal? Okay, so there we have it. Setting SMART goals. Once again, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. This type of goal setting is great for anything you choose to do in life. If you were to actually sit down and write this out and really think about it, it's going to really help you to get focused on what you want to do and how long it's going to take to get there. Okay? So it really helps you to get focused together with the mind, because everything starts with that. And that's why a lot of people quit playing guitars, because they're not focused. They don't have a goal, or they keep switching their goal. They say, oh, this sounds good, I want to learn this. And they start learning that, and they say, oh, that's too hard, so they move over here to this. And then that's too hard, and they move over to there to this. And I know this happens because I've done it myself many times. You've done it as well, that's why you're watching this video. So be sure to set some goals, okay? If you set goals, you get focused, I guarantee you it's going to help you progress a lot faster. If you need help with this, I've created an ebook on this, a training guide, and I will leave you a link below. It's free to download. You can download it off my website. I'll leave you a link in the description box below. I highly recommend you get it, you check it out, and go through and write this stuff out, because it's going to make a big difference. It's going to allow you to get focused on what it is you want to accomplish, how you want to accomplish it, and allow you to get there a lot faster than if you just, do this, do that, do this, do that. You're not going to get anywhere like that. You've been playing the guitar a while, you don't feel you're getting somewhere, you need to get focused. Get focused, stay motivated, and keep pushing forward with daily practice. All right, so one more thing I'd like to say here real quick. In this last year, in 2023, I got an opportunity to join the YouTube Partner Program, which is a very good milestone of accomplishment. And what that is, if you don't know, is it's when a channel reaches a certain level, okay, they get to monetize their content, which means that you got to have so many subscribers, so many watch hours, and based on that, you get to unlock some of these different things that YouTube offers for us creators to try to monetize some of our content, get a little bit back for some of the stuff that we put out there. But it's really because of you that allow us to do that. So I want to say thank you very much to all my subscribers, viewers, and the students who've left comments asking me about what they need and let me make some of these videos to help you out. I really, really appreciate that. And one of the things that I got a chance to do was start my YouTube merch store. And you'll see that below the video. If you'd like to check that out, just go down there and check out the merch. Check it out. There's a 10% off coupon down there. I've got some shirts, some mugs, a couple other things in there, a bunch of stuff in there that I created. And I'll be doing more of that stuff as the year rolls on. I'm going to try to get some more subscribers, some more watch hours, things like that. And as the channel progresses, YouTube opens up more ways for us to monetize our content. So thank you once again for that. I really, really appreciate you being here, watching my videos, subscribing to my channel, and supporting what I'm doing. So once again, keep practicing. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. Leave them in the comments below. If you have anything you're working on, grab that goal setting guide. I'll have it down in the link below. Grab that, because that's going to really help you set your goals. If you set your goals, you know, who knows what you're going to be able to accomplish by this time next year. But by this time next year, I guarantee you get focused, you set your goals, and you head down that path, you're going to come out a much better player. Guarantee it. Take care, and I'll see you at our next lesson.